Obviously, the news is broken that Alexei Navalny, the opposition figure in Russia, has passed. Now, at the same time, Tucker Carlson, American journalist, is traveling around Russia trying to laud their bread supply or something. And interestingly, this subject kind of came up just a few days ago. Here he is in a recent interview.
You should challenge in the rules of an interview, and you're a master in your business. It's not for me to give you a lecture about that, but you should challenge some ideas. For instance, you didn't talk about freedom of speech in Russia. You did not talk about Navalny, about assassinations, about the restrictions on opposition in the coming elections.
I didn't talk about the things that every other American media outlet talks about.
Why?
Exclusively.
Yes, this
because
is my
those
question.
are covered, and because I have spent my life talking to people who run countries in various countries and have concluded the following: that every leader kills people, including my leader. Every leader kills people. Some kill more than others. Leadership requires killing people, sorry. That's why I wouldn't want to be a leader.
Yeah, he was asked a tough question, as I just mentioned to Edwin, a tougher question than he asked Putin when he had the opportunity and decided not to. He was too focused, I guess, on doing propaganda for an authoritarian government. Now, he is attempting to change his tune a little bit now that Navalny has died just days after he said that. He said, "It's horrifying what happened in Navalny. The whole thing is barbaric and awful. No decent person would defend it." But that is kind of the thing. He's not defending it. He's trying to tell you, don't even think about it. Everybody kills, all leaders assassinate. Don't even think about it. You know, if it's over there in Russia, it's not a big deal. Hey, if it comes here to America, it's not a thing that you should think about because leaders kill people, it's perfectly fine. Just look at the architecture, look at the price of the bread, focus on that. Look at the flowers, okay? Don't think about the authoritarianism, it's creeping up behind you.
We might have millions of people watching this show, but you can be the difference maker because we just need 1% of our audience to be paid members, and then this show can be around forever. So you can make that difference. Click join now.
And before we comment, I just want to go to Donald Trump, who has not yet spoken about this. Former president of the United States has nothing to say about an opposition figure being assassinated. Okay, but he has been asked in the past about Navalny, and here's what he had to say about it.
He also is a person that kills journalists, political opponents, and invades countries. And invades countries. Obviously, that it would be a concern, would it not?
He's running his country, and at least he's a leader. You know, unlike what we have in this country.
Who do you think poisoned Alexei Navalny in Russia?
We'll talk about that at another time.
Yeah, spoiler alert, they didn't. He didn't talk about it another time because honestly, he cares as little as Tucker Carlson does. It doesn't matter. He's leading his country in the same way that I want to lead this country. If somebody's inconvenient to me, you just kill him, man, because leaders kill people. That's just what it does. That's what I've learned as I've traveled. Francesca, what do you think?
I just want to say that Tucker Carlson knows that he is not a decent person. That's why he says that. He absolutely knows. That dude has no more mirrors left in his home. He knows he is an abject POS who carries water for authoritarians like Vladimir Putin. And we've done matchups of his monologues and Putin's talking points, specifically when it comes to the war on Ukraine, a war that Russia started, and it is verbatim Kremlin talking points. And that's not scaremongering. That's no one's Russia gating here. It's literally just what it's like. I don't know. Does he get a fax every morning? Like, how does it come to him? Does it a little text message? I just want to say, this is a few days after Vladimir Putin clowns on him in this interview multiple times. Tucker's completely out of his depth. Don't think that these things are unrelated. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know maybe, for Jessica, that's crazy. No, I do think Putin is a petty little man and he's a petty murderer. And he absolutely knows that Tucker Carlson is going around talking about the bread prices, talking about whatever, how great Russia is. And just like he clowned on him in the interview, just like he did that, oh, you want to be part of the CIA? So glad you didn't, oh, they didn't accept you. Don't think that the murder of his main political opponent is not well timed with a prominent American talking head doing his bidding and laundering his crap for him in his own country. And now Tucker says, oh, it's indefensible. BS, we know what you said 2 days ago, which is everybody kills.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the response to what Tucker said about and then Trump and all that, it kind of reminds me of what I was saying earlier about like they want to be racist but with plausible deniability. I think it's a similar thing with this type of like overtly fascist, stuff when it comes up. Like they still have maintained enough of a modicum of shame or recognize enough of some kind of semblance of sanity left in the American public that they are not willing to just blatantly outright say that this is the type of future they want for this country, or that they want to be able to jail dissidents or anyone on the other side in America, or worse, throw them out windows, any of that type of thing. They do want that. They just are not quite ready yet to just openly say it. And so at least there's that. I'm very worried that we will get there. Something will happen. Trump will come out and say, and then get lauded for it, and people will hold him up even further on their shoulders, and then it's like all bets are off after that. But for now, they still have to pretend to care about things like democracy and freedom of speech. They call themselves free speech warriors, but they'd love to throw us all in a gulag if they could. So,
stay tuned in November. We'll see if we'll take another step in that direction.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.